All right now. I've been trying to find the life in it somewhere. This is a no-go for me, Aryna. On has been turning me off with their latest few collections. It's like they are inspired by Elf Bar colors. Like, it's like, la, this is a nah for me. Hey, I'm Christian Bass Knight, and welcome to Christian's Court, where I cover tennis from all angles. And today we're covering tennis from a brand new angle, and that is fashion. I'm going to be highlighting some of the players' fits from this year's Australian Open and determine whether they're good or hits or bad or misses in this case. I might give a let to the overall brand collection if it's a mixed bag of hits and misses. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, for the past few slams now, so I finally locked in and did it. And let me know in the comments if this is something you want me to do, not only for every slam, but maybe like for the Sunshine Double or more frequently. So yeah, let me know. I appreciate the feedback. Now, starting off with the big juggernaut, it's of course Nike, and I did roast them before the tournament, but their collection has grown on me a tad. It's not that bad for real. First, we're starting out with Carlos Alcaraz, and this is a hit for me. I really like the teal green, and it's a bonus point for me that it's sleeveless because it adds an element of edginess to the look. And it shows off his physique, and it also gives him a little bit more of an hourglass type of effect with the things on the side here too. And then also the yellow shoes on this one, the bright yellow, it really complements the whole color well. Yeah, Carlos is going to be a hit for me. Katie Bolter, she wore basically a woman's version of Alcaraz's kit. It's the same color basically, but she opted for like a skort. And I really do like the skorts because it's like a nice edgy design, because from the front it looks like a skirt, but then from the back it's like these shorts, and it fits her well, so that's going to be a hit for me. Olga Danilovic, she wore a white/light blue version of this fit, which also looked nice to me. I honestly prefer that to the skirt that Badosa and Raducanu wore. That kind of gave too much Wimbledon vibes. I like Chuman Jang's brownish stone a little bit more and that type of style of fit. So Chinwin will get a hit for me as well. Back to the men's side, Holger Rune wore the men's version of that baby blue white fit, which is to me a hit. I like this a lot better in the night where that blue pops out a lot more. And I also like the edgy pattern of the shorts. I don't know exactly what it is, if it's like a graffiti type of pattern, but it looks nice. And I would get these for real if Nike actually sold them on their website. Come on, Nike. Now, the defending champions, Yonex Sinner and Aryna Sabalenka, they got some nice animal stickers on their shoes, but they were not given great kits. First, Yonex Sinner, he actually got day and night kits, which is something a Nike player hasn't received since Roger Federer from 2014 at the Australian Open, so good for him. The night kit, I'm not really that much of a fan for it. It has this interesting weird collar, but really it's just plain. They could have done a little bit more. It's not bad at all for sure, but if it's a slam, I expect you to come a little bit harder. And I don't really know how this shirt is $105 too. That's a miss for me. The day kit is better for me, but it's still a little bit too plain. I think it could have incorporated a little bit more yellow in the shirt. Might have liked it a little bit more if it was sleeveless. I feel like with this type of design, sleeveless would have worked better. But again, I'm not really that much of a fan, and it's too plain for me. So Yonex Sinner's AL outfit is going to be a miss for me as well, unfortunately. Now, going back to Aryna Sabalenka, she probably has the most controversial fit of this entire Australian Open, but it's for sure one of Nike's most experimental. It reminds me of Serena Williams' 2015 Australian Open and Roland Garros fits with the spaghetti straps and the stuff behind it, but the execution just wasn't as strong with this one. I understand the vision, but the darker shade bib or whatever they're going for just isn't it, especially with the dress is a lighter shade in the background. I think they should have made like the bottom part a little bit darker and then kept the spaghetti strap part lighter, kind of what Serena did at the 2015 Roland Garros, where it kind of meshed well better with each other. So for this one, it's going to be a miss, unfortunately. Fellow AO finalist Madison Keys basically wore a teal green version of this fit, which again is a miss. I just do not like the darker top for real. Black Sabalenka's, it has grown on me. I thought it was atrocious, especially on the models, but I'm glad that Keys and Nike opted with like a darker version of it, because they had like a lighter version of it at first on the models and it looked very bad. The darker one looks better, but it's still just a miss for me. Now, Emerson Jones, she wore a white baby blue version of this same fit, and to me, that actually is going to be a hit. The colors with the spaghetti straps, it blends better nicely, and it looks definitely more like even Serena Williams' 2015 Wimbledon fit. I do like this one, and again, I saw the vision with what Nike was going for, but with Sabalenka and Keys' fit, it just wasn't executed correctly. This was much better. Nike's big woman star, Naomi Osaka, she's like the only one who receives true custom fits. She toned it down a little bit more than what we're accustomed to seeing with her in the slams, but she still tried to edge it up a little bit and adding a pattern skirt to her fit. She said that the skirt draws inspiration from her Haitian roots, so that's cool. The accessories of this outfit are the star for real. She had the sunflower hair clips, also the earrings. The shoes are really nice. She had the whole sunflower type of pattern on the tongue of the shoe, and on the side of the shoes it says "the sun shines where you are." And Naomi said that this year her slam shoes are going to be having each a theme, and she said this Australian Open theme is sunflowers since the AO was considered the happy slam. So again, not a wow fit. It was a solid fit, and I liked how she incorporated the accessories. So for me, this one is going to be a hit. This Nike AO collection overall, I'm not going to give it a hit or a miss. I'm going to give it a let, simply because Sabalenka and Sinner's outfits were subpar. They're the defending champions. I feel like they deserved a little bit better for their fits here. Next is Adidas, who kept it a little bit safe with their collection, which primarily incorporates what they call a semi-lucid red. The first fit I'm going to be looking at is Lerner Tien and Francisco Cerundolo. They went with this one solid color fit, and it's simple for sure, but it's good. Nothing like, but I do like the color in this one. It looks nice. Next, Alexander Zverev, who's currently in the finals. He basically wore the same thing, like the same shirt, but he opted with the maroonish brown type of short, and it also has the wave inspired design on it. At first, I liked this better than what Tien and Cerundolo wore, but now I think I like the one solid combo fit. I like that a little bit better than what Zverev wore. I still think what Zverev wore is fine. I'll say it's a hit, and I do like the shoes and the socks all being red too. It adds a little bit more pop to it, a little bit more edginess, but I do think I prefer the other one as opposed to this, but it's still going to be a hit. Then Stefano Tsitsipas opted for this mesh top shirt option, which I really like. I like the waveform design on the shirt, and the maroon detailing on the V-neck also adds a little bit of edginess too, so that's going to be a hit. Felix Auger-Aliassime, though, might have him beat with this quarter zip Henley shirt, and I like how the back incorporates more of that maroonish color, and the shorts are there too. I just like how this shirt incorporates both colors a little bit more, so it's going to be a hit for me. Now, the women, they had three options. One was a skirt and separates. Jessica Pegula wore that. Then they had a bodysuit with the skirt, and Kasatkina wore that. And then there was a cutout dress, which both Diana Schneider and Lena Svitolina wore. I really like Diana Schneider and her bandana. I know some people might not like it, but I actually like it. It's cool and it's different. I think out of all of these three for the women, I prefer probably the cutout dress looks a little bit better. Overall, I say the Adidas collection is a hit for me. It's nothing too great. It's not their best work, but it's also not bad. Next is New Balance, and New Balance is the official apparel and footwear brand of the Australian Open, and they decided to pay homage to Australia with it featuring a lot of green and neon yellow colors. Green and gold are the official national colors of Australia too. First, of course, is Coco Gauff. Her outfit was the talk of the tournament, rightfully so. It was a bodysuit with a cutout in the back, and she wanted an asymmetrical skirt, and she wanted a cargo pant look with it, and she even incorporated a fake pocket and button too. Coco said that she was inspired by Marvel female superheroes, and that's why she kind of incorporated the cutout, but to me it reminds me more of like a swimsuit Speedo, to be honest. Both Coco's day and night fits are hits. I think the day kit a little bit more. I think the night kit is a bit too much of the neon yellow. I would have liked to see more green accessories with that fit, but overall both are of course hits, and she's among the best dressed of this Australian Open. Next, Tommy Paul, he also had two fits. One was a yellow shirt and the other one was a green shirt, but with both fits, the big star were the pattern shorts. It kind of has like a leafy green type of pattern, and once again, I wish New Balance sold them on their website because I would cop, but it is what it is. I think I prefer the green on green fit a little bit more, but regardless, both are hits for me. Jordan Thompson basically had the same shirt, but he opted for more toned down shorts with a yellow stripe on the side. It's more muted for sure, but still very good, very solid. It's going to be a hit. And then lastly, McCartney Kessler, the American, she basically wore a woman's version of this. She had a crop top deal with a little bit of a zipper at the top. I really do like this. I like the cut of it. It's clean, and overall New Balance just really does not miss, and their clothes are also some of the most affordable out there on the market, which is an added plus. So overall, this New Balance AO collection gets a hit for me. Speaking of brands that just don't miss, next is Wilson, and they dropped another banger collection here with a clear focus on white and this bright red. Alicia Parks and Marta Kostyuk wore this tour perforated dress, and it's simple, but I do like the design of the kit. It's just very appealing to the eye, and Marta's dress particularly pops out with that nice bright red color. My favorite though might be Peyton Stearns' crop top fit, and the crop top really shows off her shredded physique, and the white lining on the red skirt is a nice detail that elevates it even more. The back includes a nice edgy cutout as well, and it is a shame, unfortunately, we didn't get to see her in this fit longer throughout the tournament, but hopefully she continues to wear it in her upcoming tournaments, because this is probably one of my favorite fits of this Australian Open. Next, CGI Wei, the Chinese woman, she had a somewhat similar fit. She had like a quarter zip up collar with it. It's a very strong fit too. She switched the colors as opposed to Stearns. Her top was red and the skirt was white. Again, solid fit. It's a hit. And then lastly, the top-ranked men's player for Wilson, Nicolas Jarry, he had a very clean fit. I like the red shorts, red detailing on the collar. You just can't go wrong with it. It's not, anything too special, but it's very, very solid. I really do like this. Wilson, don't be shy to send me some PR. Just saying. Now, another brand who specializes in rackets and then now they're turning over to clothing is Yonex. And I really like how Yonex always brings it for the slams. You might not always like it, but you can't deny they don't commit and bring it there, and they bring eye-catching clothes to the slams. And I really do like the colors that they use for this collection, a coral red and a beige. First, Aryna Rybakina, their top-ranked women's player. She went for a pattern dress. It's not my favorite, but it still looks solid. I like Caroline Garcia's red and Diana Yastremska's tan or beige dresses a little bit better. Then on the men's side, Casper Ruud, he ditched the pattern shorts that he wore in the exhibition and in the promo pics, and he went with the more solid red pinkish color. I think it's a clean fit. I know some people didn't really care for it, but I like it. It's solid. Juju Bergs, he went for an all red fit. I don't really care for this look as much. I think it was a little bit too much red. I think he probably should have went for more like a beige short to kind of contrast perhaps, but I still like it. Yonex has really stepped it up a lot over the years, and they really did their thing with this collection, so it's a hit for me. Now, Lacoste, I don't know. First, starting out with Novak Djokovic, their big star, it's a miss for me. And I say this because it's just plain and uninspired. It's supposed to mimic, obviously, like a tennis baseline with the design here, and it reminds me a lot of his 2022 ATP Finals outfit, which I also did not like with the whole spray painted graphic, whatever that is. I've been very disappointed with the cost in the past year when it comes to Novak's fits, because Novak in 2023 was, to me, probably outright the best dressed player on tour. It was just hit after hit after hit. Lately, they've just been mid, and it's like they don't really care as much with his fits. So I really want Lacoste to step it up, and I pray that we don't see the same exact design but in red for Roland Garros, because they like to do that. Next is the new Medvedev's. This was a little bit similar to his US Open outfit with the painting inspired design. This time it was more of like a gradient, and the green at the bottom of the shirt led into the green of the shorts. It's nothing too special, but I like it, and I like how the baby blue gives it a little pop of color. It's solid, sure, it's a hit. Now, Grigor Dimitrov, it's not bad. His fit is not bad, but it's just not doing much for me. It's very meh. I think it's a miss for me, and I prefer the blue version on Ugo Humbert, the light blue. I think because it also meshes better well with his dark blue shorts. Lastly, for the woman, Erica Andreeva, Bernarda Pera, and Chloe Paquette, they wore Lacoste, and it's a hit. All three women are a hit. Erica Andreeva and Bernarda Pera were the same thing, separates. And then Chloe Paquette opted for a dress, and even though it's basic with the whites, and I would have probably preferred them to go for more color for this one and save this fit for Wimbledon, you can't deny the detailing, and just the material looks rich in itself. So it looks really nice. It's a hit for me. Next is Asics, and I'm going to start out with their newest signee, Lorenzo Musetti, and it's unfortunately going to be a miss for me. This reminds me a lot of their 2021 US Open collection with the colors and stuff, and it's not bad, but my issue with this is that it seems like the clothes are wearing him. They don't really fit him properly, it seems. And I like the color coordination with the shoes and whatnot, but one, it feels like I've already seen this before, and two, the fitting are off, so it's going to be, again, a miss for me. Next is Alex de Minaur, and this fit really grew on me a lot, and now it's one of my favorites. I think it looks better during the day, but regardless, I like the gradient on it, like the pattern, and it's a very cohesive outfit, and I think On needs to take some notes too with the whole gradient thing and try to switch it up, because this is really nice, and I like how the shoes coordinate very well too. I like the dark blue on it as well. And unlike with Musetti's, it was just all blue. I like how it adds a little bit the white on the side as well. This fit reminds me a lot too of Nike's 2018 US Open men's fit. I actually have it too, but I think I might like this Asics one a little bit more. So Alex de Minaur, definitely a hit for me. Jasmine Paolini, it's again an issue with the fitting. And I don't think this fits her that well. And it kind of looks a little bit drab, for lack of a better word, and kind of oversized. And it's one of my least favorite fits. I love Paolini, but I did not like seeing her in this fit, and it's going to be a miss for me. Beatriz Haddad Maia, the Brazilian, she wore the same top, but opted to pair it with shorts. It's a miss for me. And I don't know if it's because of her taller body frame or whatever else, but they look like training clothes. I don't know, maybe her and Paolini should have switched fits. It's really about Asics and their fitting, because Ellesse, the lucky loser who made the 4th round, she wore the same exact fit. And it's a hit to me because she opted to kind of like tie the top and the back to make it fit her a little bit better. And she made this an actual look. Caroline Dolehaj, she did the same thing with the top tying it to the back, and it looks good. That's also a hit for me. So again, Asics needs to do better with their fitting of their athletes in the clothing. Belinda Bencic, she had a little custom moment with her dress. It's going to be a miss for me. It had potential. I do like the colors of it. I like the whole grape thing that Asics went for a little bit here. I don't mind the color, but the fitting just doesn't look that great. Overall, Asics, another let collection. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Is it a hit or a miss with Asics? I don't know. I'm more leaning towards a little bit miss, but I'll let y'all decide. Now, next we have our first definite miss overall with the collection, and that is On Running. On has been turning me off with their latest few collections. It's like they are inspired by Elf Bar colors. Like, it's like, I kid you not, like they look at Elf Bar colors and they're like, oh, let's do this, let's do this. Their US Open fit was like a cotton candy type color for Roland Garros. They did the red, white, and blue, and this one is like strawberry lemonade. And I think this is my least favorite color combo, first of all. And then second of all, I think it's just lazy. It's time to put the gradient patterns to bed and come up with something else. Ben Shelton doesn't look that bad in the fit. He always makes the collections work for him. I don't know what it is, but the clothes look better on Ben. Still, I'm not impressed by the color scheme of this. Next, Iga Swiatek. Iga has been wearing the same cut since she joined On, and it's most likely her own doing. She clearly prioritizes comfort over style and fashion, and that's completely fine. But that does not make this look any better. I already don't like the colors of this, and when you add repetitiveness of the same fits, it's going to be a miss for me as well. And I wish you would have gone with this crop top situation. The cut is edgier and different too with the skirt, and I would have given this a hit for sure for her just doing something a little bit different. Overall, it looks pretty cool, but unfortunately, she went with the other option. So, yeah. Then João Fonseca, I just don't like this at all. It's just plain and lazy. I don't like when they do the white thing, mostly white, and then the color on the end. It's just a little bit tacky to me. Overall miss for On, unfortunately. I want better for y'all, On. Turn me on. Don't turn me off. Next is Fila. The US Open collection from last year was arguably the best collection. This one was a little bit underwhelming compared to that, but it's still good. It's still an overall hit for me. Emma Navarro, she opted with the yellow dress. And at first, I thought it was just too plain and boring, but the detailing and looking at it a little bit more, it's a cool dress. It fits her well. I like the purple accents, the small purple detailing on the back of it as well. So, yeah, I'll give it a hit. Next, Laura Siegemund. The top isn't really doing too much for me, but I do like the pleated skirt on this one. It reminds me a lot of that US Open skirt, which was a hit, so I'll give her a hit. Then lastly, for the men, Brandon Nakashima and Rinky Hijikata, they had like a purple top, and Rinky had yellow shorts. I don't know, it's cool, nothing too special. I guess a hit. Now, K-Swiss, for me, gets a definite hit. First, Andre Rublev. Rublev just continues to own the title for me as the best dressed men's player on tour with this edgy Rublev K-Swiss fit. We didn't see him wear it for long, of course, because he lost in the first round to Fonseca, but I really like this pink and the edgy design with the white and dark blue on the side as well. I like how he really took it there too with the pink shoes as well. That complements the fit too, and it elevates it and adds it more pop of color. And yeah, I really do like this fit. It's one of the best fits of this Australian Open. Zhang Zhizhen, he went with a more muted white shirt, but still some pink accents, and then he had the blue shorts. It still looks good. I like the pink headband and the accents again on the shoes and shirt. It really takes it there that extra notch. So it's a hit for me. Thomas Martin Echeverry and Rebecca Marino. Not too much special with this one, but I think it's well designed. I like the detailing on it, especially with Rebecca Marino's with this white kit. The shorts or the skirt is fun, and yeah, it was an overall good outfit. K-Swiss for sure has impressed me a lot these past few collection drops they've had, and I think they're definitely a tennis brand to watch out for. Next is Lululemon, and they went with more of like a plum color here. Francis Tiafoe, he is their newest signee, and he went with a more solid plum color fit. And I like it. It's a good fit. It fits him well. Nothing too much to say about it, but solid fit. Lila Fernandez, she opted with basically the same thing, but in a woman's version of it. She had a square neckline with it, and it's kind of similar, I feel, to what they've done in the past. It's nothing too extraordinary, but Layla's fits are always solid ones, so it's going to be a hit for me too. Next, Hugo Boss. They finally opted for a different color now. They usually opt for like white, black, beige. Now they had purple, so got to give them points for that. With Taylor Fritz, I liked this at first because first of all, I was shocked that they even went with a color, a different color. But then it wasn't doing much for me, honestly. It really wasn't. And I feel like it was just still meh. Yeah, it just wasn't doing much for me. So for me, that was a miss for me. But actually, and it sounds weird, Matteo Berrettini wore pretty much a similar fit, but he had like these black stripes on the shoulder. And for me, that's what sets it apart, and that's what it's going to give me a hit for me. I don't know. It's weird. I like that. I like that detailing for me a little bit. So that's going to be a hit for me. Next, we have Mizuno, a Japanese brand, and they've been impressing me a lot too with their fits. Rebecca Shremkova, she caught my eye wearing a few of their fits last year, and her Australian Open fit with this light green and blue, it's so good. I like the colors of it, the fit overall, and how it fits her is really nice. The collar and the zip up, three-quarter like neckline, or whatever else, it's also cool. And I also like how she adds a pop of color with the pink armband as well. She's a hit. She's one of the best dressed for me this tournament. Roberto Bautista Agut, he's been with them for a few years. I like the zip up. It's cool, and I like the colors overall of this collection. So it's a hit. We've also had a few doubles players wear Mizuno as well, and I like those fits as well. I like the pattern of it, and I like overall the blue. The blue and the gradient, again, it shows on how to properly do a gradient color. The shorts, the dark shorts in contrast with the lighter blue, and the yellow, the neon yellow detailing in both like the neckline and the wristband and the hat. Like it's solid. It's really good. I really do like it. So it's a hit for me for sure. Mizuno is another brand to keep your eye out on. French brand Lecoq Sportif, it's a hit for me. We had Yuri Lehechka and Sebastian Baez rock pink. We don't see a lot of pure pink out there, so it's cool to see a little bit of a change. It's a good shade. I think it works well with the colors of Melbourne and the courts there too, and I like the gradient aspect of it and the white detailing on the side. So yeah, it's cool. It hit for me. Now, Elite 11, they're a newer brand to the scene, but the Melbourne-based apparel company has already made quite the impression this year. They have their 2025 summer court capsule with the light yellow and dark blue colors, and they have signed a few Aussie players. Maya Joint and Kim Burrell wore the Ace zip dresses in white and yellow. The dresses look cool. They remind me of Lacoste older dresses, especially with the cutout in the back, but I like them. They look good, sure. And then Jamie Forlees and Mark Pullmans also look nice in the blue kits. It's well done. They fit the players well. The players look comfortable. It looks appealing. I would buy stuff from the men's collection. It looks solid, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from them this year. Original Penguin, Ilya Tomjanovic is their top-ranked star. She wore like a two-piece thing. It's fun. I like the stripes and the bold colors here. It's so Aussie Open. I don't know how to describe it, but like it's summer there now. It's a happy slam, bright, nice colors. I like it. Jody Burridge wore like a dress option of it, and that features a little bit more white, but still, I like both fits very much. They did a good job. Moving on, Alexei Popyrin, an Aussie, he signed with Psycho Bunny at the start of the year, and Psycho Bunny is a New York-based luxury brand, and they're now dipping its toes in athletic wear now, with Popyrin being their first brand ambassador. This is nice and simple. It's a color similar to that with the Adidas collection. The shoes match the fit as well, which elevates it and gives it hit status for me. Nothing too special about it, but it's cool. Now, Tanasi Kakanakis's cotton on fit is a hit. and it was inspired by Kokkinakis' Greek heritage with the illustration of a Spartan warrior, and it's been a very popular fit for good reason. They sold out very fast, so hopefully Cotton On does another drop because I'd get these for sure. These are a hit for me, definitely. I really do like this. Then we have Ons Jabeur and Kayani, the Saudi Arabia brand that she signed with last year. I think this is by far Ons's best fit with this brand. I like the colors, both shades of blue, again, complement the court very well. And I have nothing really that much bad to say about it. It's a good fit. It's a hit for me. Then Ellesse, they've kind of been around for many years, but they're making a little bit of a comeback in the tennis scene as they've been sponsoring some lower ranked players. 104th ranked Francisco Passaro wore 2 fits at this Australian Open by them, and they're both hits in my opinion. I love the different shades of blue with this one, and extra points too for the shoes matching as well. I would definitely buy this for sure. Next is Emporio Armani. Veronika Kudermetova has been wearing them for a couple of years now, and her fit is a hit. It's a collared dress. It's simple but stylish, and it looks good on her. Then we have Lucia Bronzetti. She had a more colorful fit with like a dark red, pink, and white kind of color combo going on. It low-key kind of gives cheerleader, but it looks nice. Also, I like the zip up with the top here too. It's cool. It's a hit for me. Then Lorenzo Sonego. It's nothing really at all special with his fit. I wish they could have done a little bit more and adding more colors with it, especially since he went on a deep run here. It's not bad. It's just very plain. Now, this next one is by far the most unique of the entire list here. And Ariel Bahar, he's a doubles player. He had this pink kangaroo shirt, and also he had pink shorts with a crab on his right cheek. This is Lala Sportswear, and Bahar's wife actually designs clothes for the London-based brand, which strives to push the limits for sure of tennis fashion. They turned heads last year with some really wacky and out there prints, and they're edgy and camp for sure. That's what they're known for, and I appreciate the boldness and them taking a risk. Nobody else is wearing this at all on the tour, but I'm sorry, I gotta call a spade a spade. Lala, this is a nah-nah for me. Then another miss for me is Miomir Kecmanovic and this Dunlop fit. I'm not a big fan of Dunlop's clothing at all. Ever since Kecmanovic switched to them, I really haven't saw anything that stood out to me that has been good. I do not like the color of this brown, and the pattern too just makes it not look good. And then last but not least is Destiny Aieva. She is unsponsored, but she turned heads by rocking some archival pieces from 10, even 15 years ago. She wore a few Ana Ivanovic fits. She wore a Caroline Wozniacki fit from the 2013 US Open. And then her last outfit was a Maria Sharapova 2011 Roland Garros dress. She wore that in her second round loss to Danielle Collins. That was probably my favorite fit of hers. And yeah, I think it shows that these fits have aged well. They look good on Destiny, and I hope she continues to do this thing as she competes on the tour throughout the rest of the year. Now, going over my best and worst dress. For best, I have Francisco Passaro with Ellesse, Thanasi Kokkinakis with Cotton On, Alex de Minaur with Asics, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Adidas, Francis Tiafoe, Lululemon, Carlos Alcaraz with Nike, Tommy Paul with New Balance, and Andre Rublev with K-Swiss. On the women's side, Peyton Stearns is probably my best dress, followed by Coco Gauff. I also liked the whole Lacoste women with Erica Andreeva and Chloe Paquette and Bernarda Pera. Then Caroline Garcia, I liked her Yonex fit, probably the best out of the Yonex dresses. Destiny Aieva, got to give her a shout out. Of course, Marta Kostyuk too, and Ons Jabeur. Now, for worst dress, we have Miomir Kecmanovic, Aryna Sabalenka, and Madison Keys are Aussie Open finalists. Yannick Sinner, Iga Swiatek, Joao Fonseca, Jasmine Paolini, Lorenzo Musetti, and Beatrice Haddad Maya. That is all I have for my very first, finally, best and worst dress Aussie Open edition. Let me know if you agree with my best and worst dress picks. Also, let me know in the comments which fits you would buy, actually go out and purchase, and which ones you absolutely do not like. Again, give me feedback on this. Let me know what you think I can improve if you want to see more of this. And if you don't want to see more of it, let me know in the comments as well. Again, make sure y'all subscribe and click the notification bell so you are notified whenever I post more of these fashion-centered videos. Thank you all again for watching and for your support, and I will see you all next time here on Christian's Court.